Hi, folks. It's Pharaoh here from the Pharaoh Bob Show. Welcome back to another episode of the show. So today we will be once again delving back into the murky and gloriously drama-filled waters of American politics. Today we're going to be unpacking a speech that Hillary Clinton has just made actually a few hours ago. I pulled this footage straight off of CNN's website. So let's just paint a little bit context here to the speech. Clinton campaign is basically in freefall. What we've got is the FBI's decision to reopen the investigation into the then Secretary of State's misuse of a private email server for the official government communications and email. So what we have is the FBI has essentially launched a missile right into the side of the Clinton battleship. 1 week before an election, this is fairly unprecedented. So I'm not sure what's happening over at the FBI, but maybe the higher ups in the FBI are hedging their bets. Maybe they're seeing things are sort of tipping over towards Donald Trump, so they're thinking about their careers if Donald Trump becomes president. So I think what's happening is a lot of conflict behind the scenes in the FBI. So I think there's some hedging of bets as to the outcome of this election, because a lot of them are probably thinking about their careers after this election. So if Donald Trump becomes the new president, God help us, there'll be probably heads rolling at the FBI, as would there be usually. And maybe if Hillary Clinton becomes president, God help us too, different heads will roll at the FBI. So I think what's happening at the FBI is there's a lot of positioning going on right now. So basically, the Clinton battleship is taking on water. So we've got Hillary's number one aide and estranged partner of Anthony Weiner has been effectively sidelined from the campaign, given the FBI reopening the investigation into Clinton and over emails found on Weiner's computer while they were conducting an investigation into Weiner acting inappropriately with a minor over state lines. You just cannot make this stuff up. I mean, if the writers for House of Cards, I mean, you guys have got nothing on this drama that's unfolding now. I mean, I'm a huge House of Cards fan, seen all multiple seasons, but you guys have got nothing on the drama that's playing out in front of us here. So that's the context to the Hillary Clinton campaign coming out, and what the objective is to put the focus back on Trump, shift it away from the email scandal, the FBI, Anthony Weiner. Why are we even talking about Anthony Weiner? It's insane. Okay, so here's Hillary starting off her speech.
So there are many reasons why I think it is fair to conclude that Donald Trump is unqualified and unfit to be president.
I totally agree. I think there are a few reasons why Donald Trump is unfit to be president. Here's my first reason. The first reason is I really don't think he wants to be president. I think this is maybe something that was other people kind of goaded him into, and he's like that bravado. Yeah, I could do it. I could be president. And they, yeah, sure you could, Donald. And so no, I really don't think that he wants to be the president of the United States. And I don't think he would be a full-time president. I think he would be more of a part-time president and sort of like outsource a lot of the presidential responsibilities to sort of managers around him. I think he'll try to, if he did actually become president, I think he would try to manage the presidency like he would maybe manage a corporation. So no, I don't think he has the temperament. I think he reacts too quickly. I think he's too brash, and I think he's way too arrogant. So I think, yeah, going back, I think he just reacts way too quickly, and I don't think that he thinks through the real consequences of his actions. Okay, and here's another big reason as well. I just think he has a general lack of respect for women. I think with Donald Trump, women are like these objects, something that he collects, and like the more beautiful an object, the better. I mean, I think he's obsessed with beauty. I think he's obsessed with women's beauty, and there's nothing totally wrong with beautiful women, but I think that he has this unhealthy obsession with that. So, no, personally, I don't think Donald Trump is fit to be president.
But today, I want to just spend.
And I will also say I don't think Hillary Clinton's fit to be president as well. So I think that there are one major reason that I don't think Hillary Clinton is fit to be president is because her deliberate misuse of an insecure private email server for official government communications while she was the Secretary of State. Now, why did she do this? Obviously, she did this because she wanted to hide. She wanted to hide. She didn't want her emails to become made public through freedom of information. She did not want these emails on the record. These were her. She deliberately went to a private email server, her own server in her own house for official communication. I think that in itself should disqualify Hillary Clinton from actually becoming the next president of the United States. And I also think, and the second reason I think she lies and she doesn't have the trust of the people. I don't trust Hillary Clinton. I think that the majority of the people out there just do not trust Hillary Clinton. She's not trustworthy. She's not likable. I think that she's obsessed with becoming the president of the United States, being the first woman to become president of the United States. She nearly got there in 2008, but Barack Obama, who she called that man, got in her way back then, and that was her destiny, was to become president. So it's also, I've heard it said that Hillary Clinton is not there to serve the will of the people, but the people are there to serve the will of Hillary Clinton. I kind of think that sums up Hillary Clinton in a nutshell. Okay, let's keep things going.
And a few minutes focusing in particular about what he has said and what he has done to women and girls. Because, any of you see the debates?
Strange that Hillary's going back to the debates here. Let's just address the debates a little bit. First debate, let's say that it was Hillary Clinton took that debate. She came into the debate, as you know, a week before, totally collapsing at the 9/11 ceremony. So there was even conjecture whether she was actually going to be able to make it through a full hour of the debate. So, but yeah, so I think expectations were pretty low when she came to that debate. Maybe that was part of the plan. Great strategy. So the first debate was, I'd say, went to Clinton. Second debate, she just got totally, Donald Trump came out and just unloaded. So, yeah, second debate to Trump, and third debate probably back to Hillary Clinton. She looked very composed. She looked very sort of strong. Donald Trump was, maybe not performing his best that night. He looked a little bit reactionary. He looked a little bit unpresidential. Hillary Clinton looked more presidential. So, no, it's interesting that she's going back to the debates like it's a point of strength, but she's obviously going back there to set up her next comment.
I stood next to Donald for 4.5 hours during those 3 debates, proving conclusively I have the stamina to be president of the United States.
That's a good little line there from probably one of her speech writers on the staff. It's a good little zinger. Going back to the stamina issue, when she was very sick, and there's lots of rumors going around about her health. Does she have Parkinson's disease? A lot of theories out there on the internet. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. But I don't know. This Hillary Clinton is actually applying for the job of President of the United States. And I think one of the prerequisites of that job is that maybe she lists all the medications that she's currently on. Full disclosure. Full disclosure. Let's all what are the medications that you're taking? Would you release medical records indicating that you have the physical capability of performing the task of being president of the United States of America? You know, if you do get that phone call at 3 a.m. in the morning, are you going to, are you going to spring into action, or is the medication going to render you unfit to actually perform that task? I mean, I think it's a fairly valid point, but Hillary, I think a lot of this medical information, a lot of this medical has been just swept right under the rug. They're keeping it secret. Why is it such a secret? Why? If you were going for any CEO's position, surely the prerequisite of the position would be that you get a full medical, and they get a full workup of all the medication that you're on. But why is not Hillary Clinton releasing all her medical records? So I just think that's rather bizarre. Anyway, let's keep it going.
And during those debates, Donald always used to say, "Oh, what have you been doing for 30 years?" And I always found that kind of odd because he could Google it and find out.
Yes. I mean, that is, Donald Trump raises a fairly valid point. I mean, you've had over 30 years in politics, and what are your achievements? If I walked down the street and we just started asking random people to list, say, one or two achievements of Hillary Clinton in her time in politics, I mean, what would be? Would the people know? Are there any standout achievements that that you can sort of look back to and say, yes, we did that? And is there anything? I mean, surely right now this would be the perfect opportunity for you to start listing all these great achievements of yours while you've been in office all this time.
And so, I've been a lawyer, and I've been a first lady, and I've been a senator, and I've been Secretary of State, and...
But you see, Hillary, those are positions. Those aren't actually achievements. See, you should have wound that back a couple of minutes. Instead of putting in all these positions that you've held, I mean, there's no one disputing that you've held a lot of positions in politics, and lawyer through to first lady. Let's not talk about your bungled healthcare plan back when you were first lady, when you were basically running the White House and Bill's running around chasing interns. So let's probably all try and forget about that disaster. Okay, so surely now would be the perfect time to list some of these achievements rather than just listing positions that you have held.
I've been a wife and a mother and a grandmother and a...
Okay, being a wife to Bill Clinton, okay, there's an achievement. Okay, that is actually not that anyone believes that you're still husband and officially living together and what have you, but putting up with Bill Clinton for all those years, put that one in the achievement box, and yeah, I think we could pop that. I think we could call that an achievement.
Friend and a churchgoer. And for my entire life, I've been a woman.
That's an achievement, I suppose. I'm not sure.
And when I think about what we now know about Donald Trump and what he's been doing for 30 years, he sure has spent a lot of time demeaning, degrading, insulting, and assaulting women.
Okay, so I think this is where we'll wrap up today's video. So summing up, Hillary Clinton has a little over a week to shift the focus away from the FBI's reopening of the investigation into her misuse of a private email server, and shift the focus back onto Donald Trump. The problem is, even a lot of the friendly media towards Hillary has been covering the FBI. But what they're trying to do now is say, hey, everyone, stop looking over here. let's look over at keep the focus on Donald Trump. And that is the good strategy. That is the really good strategy. The best defense is a good offense. So I think it'll be really interesting to see if this tactic kind of pays off for the Clinton camp over the next week, with 1 week to go to the polls. I don't think that the media will take its eye off the reopening of the FBI's investigation, and I really don't think that's going to sway a lot of votes. I think a lot of people have made up their mind who they're going to vote for. I really don't think that people are looking over the last week and saying, the FBI's just reopened that investigation. I was voting for Hillary. Think I'm going to vote for Donald Trump now, or one of the other third-party candidates. So anyway, we will keep on following these stories probably until the election, and no doubt the drama will keep unfolding after the election. So when probably the drama goes into overdrive. So I'd like to thank you for watching today's episode. If you'd like to hit the like or the dislike button down below, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next episode. It's Pharaoh Bob out.